Welcome to another episode of the Cousin Cecil Show. I am your host, Mike Fowler, aka Cousin Cecil. How are you? It's been a minute. Again, apologize for that if you guys are looking for the Cousin Cecil Show every week. It's just how would I word it? It's not that I just sometimes I just get, it's around the holiday season. I'm debating on maybe taking a real actual break without having to feel like the burden. I put a lot of pressure on myself. So when I missed last week, I still take it out on myself. I'm like, God dang, I should have done it. But I think I'm debating on maybe just taking the whole December off, maybe work something up, maybe do like I did last year. Nothing, I'm not sure. I might have might call the horn and maybe Chalfie and Delvin again come up on for a game of the year version of the show, or just take the whole December off. I know that, like I said, you're well, Mike, you've took a couple of weeks off of October and November, so what's up? Oh no, just been doing all right. Just a little tired. Not how do I word it? I've last year video game news it was a lot more exciting. I think also involving the new consoles. We just went through the 1 year anniversary of these new said consoles, the PS5 and Xbox Series X. And overall, if I had to grade what 1 year of next gen consoles is, I think it was a very solid B plus to A minus for, we'll just even say both consoles. I think the PS5 was carrying the little bit of on its shoulders about stuff, but that is console war here nor there. It's the end of the year, it's that time of the year. I don't want to, if that was the horse you picked, hopefully you're enjoying the ride. But no, it's been really good. What's another thing? I guess we'll go into about gaming. I platinum Guardians of the Galaxy. And I have to admit, very mid. I think we've discussed on here, I've my feelings about, I will say this. Those characters talked so much. I thought, all right, there is going to be a wall where I can't stand listening to them jibber jabber every step of the way in these levels. And then I will at least admit, no, there was never a moment besides some collecting of items that go into your spaceship where you can go have additional conversations. That got a little extended bored in the teeth. I skipped a lot of the conversations there. Hey, you got two options of what kind of storylines you want to start listening to. I hit one, go. I just wanted to get the collection onto my trophy list, which I apparently don't need all of it, but I digress. I do not know the time span of the production of Guardians, but there is some very, I think I even said it prior, but there are some spots that are just definitely has that feeling of, oh, we have a pretty cool level, very tight knit, close. We're going to make this world be a shade of green or blue. And we're going to use it later. We're going to flip it to black and orange and red. that's how I got some feelings. Or even like the idea of they use the Nova Corps' like main shuttle for 2, maybe 2.5 missions. And it was literally going down the same path you did the first time, but one time with damage, one time with not. And how would I word it? In this, I'm more saying that or these are parts of the game that made me go into, okay, this is getting into mid-range. I understand now where the reviewers are like, it doesn't turn the wheel, but it's a really solid adventure or fun, action game. And it was fun. The only thing I have a problem with continued, and it's kind of a spoiler, but I'm not going to go into too detail of the thing. But the end boss fight was definitely horseshit. Technically both of them. But the main ending, the last boss, is very annoying only because they doubled down on the thing I did not like. And that was choosing what to say to characters to either be nice and kind of just listen and be aware, or be an asshole. And I was like, after beating, I'm like, they really made me pick conversation pieces to beat this said villain. And I did not like it. There are parts of the battle system that's really cool. And then also, this is also me as a trophy hunter. There are some said trophies that are for these things called call to action, which they'd never really specify that well besides this one spot. But hey, somewhere on the battlefield, you can see there's a prompt for hit triangle, and one of the guardians will do something or interrupt the monster. And just have fun. It's random. So I'm not saying like that, but the idea of like, oh, you got to go back to these certain few and far between types of monsters, because some monsters are only on certain levels, and then you have to play the game that it breaks the, I don't want to say it's not fourth wall, but it breaks the style of how you play. Like sometimes, okay, one trophy is like, hey, have Drax do a call to action on the Slack Beast, I think it's called, the one that the squid face cat, tiger thing. Long story short, the best way to get that to happen is you have to let Groot freeze. You have to let Gamora freeze, so that Drax is has the highest percentage of start the call of action. And that stuff is very you're breaking a very fun and fluent style of combat, because the idea of you are controlling 5 people, and it doesn't feel too heavy. I do enjoy that. Again, I think I would rate it. I think people have been nailing it on the head, but I think maybe I would give it a good 7. And in the heat of the moment, I think I could have gave it like a 6.5. You know what I mean? If we're going to break it down to those percentages of review scores. But that said, it was fun. There were some good times. There were just some long, wrong fucking words. It's late. But the idea of just some wrong gameplays that felt good at the beginning, but then gets very old and repetitive at the end. But yeah. I obviously don't have an Xbox, I know Forza came out. I've heard some good things. I've also seen some bugs. I've also seen it's a very vocal crowd that are also not at the same time playing the game. So it's kind of funny. Another release, which was what I should have got it this week, but I have not had time to come to GameStop, so I think I'm being a little hesitant because of it. Grand Theft Auto's Trilogy, the definitive edition, has released, and it's not getting any good reviews in the sense of, apparently the PC version you can't play it. It's that broken, and it's so broken you can't even purchase it online yet or on the PC. I've seen videos of some very downgraded character models, facial features compared to even the previous re-releases. And of course it's buggy. I mean, I've seen people, and then they've had really rough HDR. Apparently, sometimes the rain in certain map moments is so over the top. People are getting the headlines I saw was people are getting headaches because of the GTA rain, and it looks rough. It does look bad. The rain is overly hyped up, and it's not it looks very a hot mess. But yeah. I guess because, again, I've been feeling very not so there's not so much news. And this is a very low hanging fruit to talk about because I think it's interesting. Not interesting, but it's one of those Kotaku headlines. PS5 owners don't play Sony first party games. And that was the hook. That's what makes you want to click on it. And just more, I guess, shout out to Ari Notice, who wrote it. But long story short, because of that first year anniversary, PlayStation has also kind of showed what was the top top 10 played games on the console, PS5 console. Number 1's Fortnite. Number 2, Black Ops Cold War. Next is FIFA 21, 2K21, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Destiny 2, MLB The Show 21, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, and NBA 2K22. So let's take another step back. I feel it's a no-brainer in the sense of we look at the show here, the Cousin Cecil show. What I've been saying, I've been playing since then. I've been playing Fortnite. I don't have Black Ops, but I feel having the biggest first-person shooter / it is the one that they put their money in because obviously they have all the exclusive incentives for playing on PlayStation. So I mean that's good money on PlayStation. FIFA. Let's be honest, that's the biggest sports game in the world, which is a no-brainer. Another third party. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The top 6 are all third parties. Destiny 2 is definitely in one of those spots that had the really great what's the word? PS5 upgrade version. We got console players now get to have 120 Crucible. The field of view. It was day and night sometimes when I was playing it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, was a big hit, no-brainer. MLB The Show, though, that is very interesting. That is the first party, and it beat out Miles. Because I know Miles Morales has been doing really great sales too. But it just goes to show you that's why they also are taking that on the chin of having to have MLB The Show on a third party because it makes so much revenue. It's a really good source, and it's still a good game. Miles, no brainer. That's been on the record. That's been on MPDs since launch. Various positions of that MPD sales, but obviously, yes, people are playing, and obviously it has access to PS4, so it kind of fogs up where they're playing it. Demon Souls, launch exclusive or launch, no brainer. MPK22, you get the first one. Who's been getting perks for PlayStation? It's all the money's at. So basically, what I've seen besides Valhalla and like FIFA, everything has had a PlayStation little marketing into it. So I think it's been working. And then some caveats. The rankings is based on cumulative hours across player base, not on total number of players. According to Ryan, PS5 players clocked a cumulative $4.6 billion. That's pretty good for the idea that these are very scarce systems, even though we have two here. But yeah. Also, what is it? Yeah. You know what? I think they're doing pretty good. I think for the PlayStation, even if I don't even know how to describe Xbox, but on PlayStation side, I think it's been doing pretty good. I think that's obviously clickbait, how they described it. I think it's, whatever works for Kotaku. Their people are so into bashing that site, but it is what it is there. What's another thing? Oh yeah, I guess we keep flicking around of different things. November 12th passed, and that was Disney Plus Day. And they had some big news, and also that's when they dropped Shang-Chi, Jungle Cruise, and a lot of other things onto the service for quote-unquote free. But I got to watch Shang-Chi, and I'm going to kind of have my feelings on that too. But they had some Marvel announcements. Some of them obviously we knew, but obviously some that were new to discover. I guess off the get-go. We saw 3 little 30 or 50-second clips of Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Ms. Marvel's TV series. I think out of the bunch, I think everybody will say Moon Knight is their number one pick of the group I just said. But the She-Hulk does interest me. It was very interested. Like, they showed a little bit. They didn't show her face as She-Hulk. They saw her calf and go up to her body. And I've always liked the actress. I watched Orphan Black. I just don't remember the actress's name, but I've been a big fan of her. But the one thing about the She-Hulk thing, also, I think they kind of downgraded the title card. Like, the new way they have it showed She-Hulk is like in a more. There was a joke I saw on Twitter. Somebody put the ABC logo on top of the She-Hulk, so it looks like an ABC's TV title card compared to how the previous one looked very more closer to the comic book, like a graffiti she than into the brick Hulk. But I digress. They just more confirmed What If Season 2 is coming. Ironheart is coming. I Am Groot about looks like Kid Groot. A new thing, Spider-Man, a new animated show called Freshman Year is coming. This show called Echo, Marvel Studios Echo. Agatha, big hit from WandaVision, is getting her own show. Agatha, House of Harkness. Marvel Zombies is actually getting its own show. And I'm assuming these are all animated. those, at least Marvel Zombies. They showed a couple still shots of Sam Jackson from Secret Invasion, and then a new thing, not new, yeah, it is new. But they also confirmed they are revamping. They're doing X-Men 97, which is going to be like a new of the classic X-Men animated series is being revisited and also redid. So, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. I think there also was like some still shot or concept art from the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show coming, but yeah. But the Shang-Chi, I didn't mind it. How would I word it? I think Loki in Phase 4, I actually didn't mind Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Some people put it low, but I think it's because we have this weird vocal minority that thinks it's being too woke. Ooh, why they have a black guy as the Captain America, like that shit. And but I have it as number 2. I think Loki pushed the narrative of the universe forward more, which I like. I do like that Falcon Winter Soldier pushes the subplot of this universe where it's like a lot better than how I'm going to say about Shang-Chi, because that's the thing I didn't like about it. It only had one sentence about the whole 23 movies in front of it, or 25, or is it 20? You know what I mean? The first 24, 25 movies in front of it. They just said, we live in a world that half the population would be snapped away, and then but yeah. What's my feelings about this version of the Mandarin compared to the comic book? I have no connection to the comic book Mandarin, but this one seemed all right. I think I like these rings compared to the classic actual finger rings that the Mandarin has. I think he's a little forgettable for the idea, and I also do not like they opened up the idea of Phase 4, what I've noticed, because I think Eternals does this too, which that's a whole nother thing to talk about, which I've not seen Eternals, but I've listened to others and what their feelings are. But back to Shang-Chi. I have a problem that they're opening up the Marvel Universe, which is fine. But they're showing you things of the Marvel Universe that then you go like this. Well, where were you when Thanos was smacking ass? You know what I'm saying? We just watched, there's Guardian Dragons and all this shit. That where were you for this big epic battle? I feel Phase 4 I think I said it before at the end of Endgame and before Phase 4 really started, but I do not think Marvel will ever hit that same mark ever again as they did with the Infinity Saga. We'll say it like that. I think how would I word it? You're talking to a person. I'm not one. I've been saying since the early phases, it's very wash and repeat some of these scripts, blah blah blah, and that's the thing. I don't mind Shang-Chi in that sense. I just have a problem with it when you have to do that, connecting it to the rest of the universe. It's a fun ride movie. I don't mind Awkwafina. She's a little annoying, but how do I word it? Better than Black Widow. It's better than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That's the problem that they have. They have such a strong mid-tier of movies, and there is a weird pedestal, maybe 5 or maybe 4, like less than 5 movies are on a pedestal higher than there is a strong middle pack. And nothing has hit past that middle pack. Which, I mean, again, there's only been 2, well, no, 3 now with Eternals. There's only been 3 full-blooded movies. Loki, even as a TV series, I want to say it's on the high end of the middle pack. Like, it could be knocking on the door of the pedestal, in my opinion. So I'm trying to explain how I see this whole, like, rate this spectrum of movies. Eternals I've not seen yet, but what I've been collecting, it sounds like it is the DC film of the Marvel Universe. So where people say they don't like it, I like to go and watch it because I think I'll like it. Because I'm the James Franco from that movie where I'm with the noose. MCU people are getting upset because Rotten Tomatoes is giving it low reviews. I'm like, oh, first time? You know what I mean? But yeah. I definitely am happy I waited for it to be quote unquote free to watch. I'm glad I didn't pay for it because that's a way of looking at it too. It just felt it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and it felt too long for no reason. I don't know why. And also, I don't like the ending goes into this weird. It goes into this fantasy world that does not technically involve like it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not saying I want it to be grounded and all that shit. Just the idea of like, there's something to it that I'm like, it feels like you're just flashing lights at me to make me impressed. And I didn't feel impressed. But yeah. I think that's about it for me. Besides the idea of like, I want to at least also express, keep a hold and wait on these video game deals. I want you to also just know there's nothing wrong being like, don't say it like me, be like me, where a new hit game comes out, like Far Cry 6. I have not played it yet, but I can say it right here because I know nobody who lives in this house listens to this show. It's down here. It's in the basement with me right now. Far Cry 6, Call of Duty Vanguard is down here. It just problem is that obviously it has to stay under there. It has to wait for the fucking Christmas tree. Demon Slayer's down here. But besides the reason why I'm saying anything, like Demon Slayer, we got it on day 1. But obviously it's just been down here. And I did it through GameStop because obviously it was like, buy it now, get $10 off or $10 back, blah, blah, blah. And I used all that shit. But now they're doing, you can get Demon Slayer's game for $37 now this week. And it's been less than a month. Far Cry 6 in particular. I said a big joke on Twitter. It kind of got a little trendy. Nothing in the thousands, but like a couple hundred likes on my joke and saying I'm glad everybody's hyped up for Far Cry 6. And me with had a smirk gif saying I'm going to wait till Black Friday to get it for $25 because it's Ubisoft. Right now you can get it for $44. Not been a month. And there's no reason. Some of these games, especially like a Far Cry 6, benefit being out in the wild / getting some updates to help stability and shit. The reason why we have Far Cry 6 is because Target, I would have done it if everybody could listen to me and do it the way I do it. By God, the world would be a better place. But we got it because I've been watching Vanguard since it got launched, and I think shout out to Versus. They had probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. They had Versus Gaming with T-Pain hosting. They had 2 teams fighting. One team was Team Little, which was Little John at the helm, and they were kicking ass, and they beat like Big Sean's team. They kicked Migos out. They, just a bunch of shit. But it was just funny and fun to watch. I've been watching Dr. Disrespect play it. As a recording, there's already apparently footage of him saying he's already bored of Vanguard. But back to us. Vanguard's obviously, or Call of Duty is always a staple thing to be under the tree for the boy. And I wanted it too, and obviously I didn't want to play that disc game. So we bought 2 Vanguards, and we got Far Cry 6 for free. So I'm like, simple math. Call of Duty will never lower its price. If you're going to get 2, we can get at least the one free one that, he'll try to play and he doesn't like it, I get to play it. But it's $45 right now. I have enough GameStop points. I could have done finished my joke and got a receipt that showed I paid $22 for it. That's what I'm trying to say is like, we are definitely in the great time of game sales, Black Friday, which obviously brings out the bigger guns, and also you can have games out on sale all week, blah blah blah. But there's always that Black Friday deal that makes it a little bit better. What I'm trying to get to is next year. Anybody who listens, you don't have to be part of the conversation. Be at the water cooler talking about the new game on that Friday or Tuesday it comes out. Wait. Do it when you think is right. Because I'm being honest. I don't think that's why I think PlayStation does a smart thing. They put all their games out in spring. But then, because it gives you a bigger grace period of like, I ain't gonna wait now that long. But like, people have been complaining about, oh no, we're gonna get $70 games. I got carts with 6 games for the price of. This is me kind of stretching out the prices, but I have 6 games for the price of 2 brand new PS5 $70 games. And just because of waiting. And that's how I'm just trying to explain it. Like, there's benefits being the late bloomer to the game. But yeah. I think that's about it. Besides, I guess we'll do some hot picks. Okay. All right. That's we'll go right into comics. And hold on, let's go what we do now. Since now I don't write anything down, I just look at a website, which is technically not good in my eyes. If anybody really wants it, through Behemoth Comics, Watchdog Legion is going to get a comic series that starts this week. Issue 1 comes out, 1 of 4. And then check out Black Box Nothing. Boom. Getting Dizzy, issue 1 of 4. Dark Horse. All right, DC. Just make sure. Just a one shot of a Batman Secret Files for a character called the Gardener, which is like a newer villain. This is a chick. I can't remember everything about her. But keep double checking. Oh, Robins, issue 1, which has been out kind of through DC Universe if you read digital first. And then Wonder Woman Evolution, issue 1. Let's get down to Image. And I do not see any brand new number ones from Image. So we'll go right to Marvel. And where are you? Number ones. Nothing besides Darkhold Wasp, issue 1, which is a one-shot during their little Darkhold little series. And then Genis Vel Marvel Tales, issue 1, where that is. Well, I guess we'll also, and then for Scout Thud, issue 1, and Black Cotton 6 out of the final comic of volume 1 of Black Cotton, and then also Commander Row, issue 1. I ain't gonna lie, I do have them in my inbox. I just not got to read them yet. Anything? I think that's about it. And then for music is this new band, not new, but like a new song I heard off the New Music Friday off Spotify. Band called Mitski, The Only Heartbreaker. I kind of liked the little jingle I heard at the beginning. It wasn't too bad. And then for movies or TV, I'm going to pick, I think I did not watch it last night, but I'm thinking I'm going to try to find it. It's the Crunchyroll original, that Blade Runner Black Locust. And I'm only picking it, honestly, because, how do I word it? Again, anybody who really listens, apologize if you guys don't like the short and sweet or this one. I just not been feeling it. I don't know if it's the weather, don't know if it's the season. Like I even try to watch Dune, and I do not see what's so good about Dune, the new Dune. I've heard compliments out the wazoo about that thing. So I'm like, you know what? And also how I feel about Guardians. Maybe I'm just not in the right headspace. Maybe it, maybe get back into, I ain't gonna lie, like, this is still, I'm doing, it's been 39-ish minutes right now, and I'm like, you know what? I do like this whole getting back down here and talking. And this week was definitely a good one. That's why I'm doing it. But you know what I mean? Just, you gotta get in the right headspace. You gotta be in the right mood and like to do anything in life. But yeah, apologies. But yeah, I want to check out that Blade Runner Black Lotus. It looks very interesting, and also I think with Crunchyroll kind of directing it, I think it might be an interesting Blade Runner story. But yeah, like we say every week, be good to each other, and I'll catch you next time. I won't say next week. I'll catch you next time. All right? Peace.